Look, I'm too blessed to be stressed. I don't want to be running around with like a chicken with my head cut off going into another school year. So if that resonates with you, let's get in here and let's talk about part number 2, how we as moms are preparing for the school year. So if you caught last week's tea, I was giving all the tips and tricks on how to shop smart, shop early for all the kids' school supplies, all things preparation for the classroom, okay? We talked about it in great detail, where to shop, how to shop, strategies, budgeting, all those things. What we did not touch on, moms, was our preparation, our mental preparation, our spiritual and emotional preparation for a new school year. So I want to give you today tips for you, mom, to start and survive this next school year, okay? I've been very transparent on the fact that I have 2 kids. One is in daycare. One is going to the 2nd grade. They go to 2 different schools. It's 2 different drop-offs. It's 2 different times. And so it can get a little hairy in the morning. Sometimes the kids act like they don't know that it's the same routine as yesterday. You're going back to the same school you went to yesterday. You're going to wear the same outfit, your uniform. You're going to brush your teeth. You're going to wash your face. You're going to eat breakfast. You're going to do your hair. We're going to get out the door. Sometimes they act like they forgot that that's the routine. And so it can be very stressful. The school year is the number 1 pressured time of year for parents. The number 1 in pressure. There's a lot of pressure that's put on parents in this back to school season because we have to buy a lot of things. We have to prepare. And there's a shift, right? The summer is slower just in pace. You know, whether your kids continue to go to summer school and you continue to go to work or not, the pace of summer is just a little bit slower. In the office, it's a little slower. People are not all available all the time, right? So the projects may be a little more delayed. The kids, they sleep in a little longer. Even for camp, it just looks different. But that fall, that fall is a nasty girl. Fall is by far the busiest time of the year because back to school, fall activities, sports, those January, February, March birthdays. I mean, I have one as well. Excuse me. Those January, February, March babies yield September, October, November babies' birthdays. Okay. And I have one as well. And that comes at you like a ton of bricks. The activities, the spirit wear, the this, the that. Gotta have this for the classroom. Gotta have this for the teacher. It's a lot, y'all. So we have to get ourselves ready, armored, and prepared. Because it's like a little bit of, we got to get ready to be in the game. We got to get our head in the game, and we got to be ready. Let me stop yapping. Here's 5 tricks on how we're going to win this school year. Okay, girl. Number 1, we're going to get clear on what our goals are as a mother. I'm talking to the moms. I mean, dads, if you're watching, I love that for you, but this is the space for the moms. Get clear on what your goals are for the school year. Okay, so for me, I'll go first. My goals is to not feel like I'm rushing every morning. So if that means that I need to take extra time to be prepared, to be organized, to be ready, I want to feel less rushed in the morning. I want the kids to feel less rushed in the morning. I want them to feel like they have time to eat their breakfast, I do their hair, and it's not like a sprint out the door. I want to feel like there's a margin of space and time where we can kind of, I can eat breakfast, okay? Because oftentimes what happens is I get them ready, I get them off to school, then I get back to my desk and I either do or don't eat breakfast. Many times I don't, because at that point I'm like, you know what, I don't even have the energy for anything else. For this upcoming school year, I want to be dressed and prepared and ready for school. We are a commuter family here. So for me, that means I want to get dressed here at my house, get on the road, get my kids ready for school at my mom's house, get them off to school. We all have eaten breakfast and we all are starting our day as best we can, if that makes sense. So think about what your goal is for you for the school year. I'm going to ask I guess I can ask the 3-year-old too. I'm going to ask my kids what their goals are for the school year, but I too have a goal, and it's to feel unrushed, unbothered. Unbothered is not a reality because them kids in the morning, they bother me. Piggybacking onto tip number 1 is tip number 2, and that's create some type of preparation, right? So for me, that looks like Sunday night preparation. I'm going to get organized. I'm going to get the car packed. I'm going to have school uniform and outfits laid out for the week. So what that looks like for me, all school uniforms are ironed on Sundays, so that throughout the week, there's no rush for that. Now, in the morning, I do iron the kids' clothes when it gets cold, like so October on. I do iron the kids' clothes again in the morning, and it's just for it to be warm. But that's just a press over, and that's just my little loving touch. Like, put on these warm clothes so that you feel cute and cozy. But Sundays, uniforms and outfits for the week are ironed. For the baby in daycare, I have the shoe slot, the shoe rack, with those divots, and I put the outfits, in order: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, from undergarments to shoes, a sweater, jacket, whatever needs to be there. It's in those slots, so that I'm just pulling the night before. I'm packing the car, because again, I mentioned that my kids get dressed in my mom's house. We commute to my mom's, they get dressed there, and they go off to school. So I have forgotten a shoe, a sock, an underwear so many times in the past couple of years that this is what works for me, so that I feel less chaotic. Mornings feel less chaotic. I feel prepared. And you can take it a step further. On Sunday nights, on the night before, whatever it is, have your kids help you pick their outfit. Now, the big girl, she wears a uniform, but she does still have an option. Do you want to wear a skirt or pants? Do you want to wear your dress or shorts? You know what I mean? So they're involved. And then the morning of, when it's time to get ready for school, baby, you pick that out. That's what you wanted to wear. So let's put it on. Let's go. So they're involved. We're involved. We're working together for the common goal, and that's to get you off to school. Tip number 3, again, piggyback off of 1 and 2. Moms, we have to wake up earlier. I'm not telling you to be a part of the 4 a.m. club. I'm not telling you have to be up in the wee hours of the morning. Even if it's 15 to 20 minutes earlier than what you were waking up, I think it just allows us time to decompress, to have time for ourselves, to have a moment before the chaos, to go fix yourself a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, to go have a bite to eat, have a bowl of cereal, whatever it may be. Go, in your prayer closet, go walk on the treadmill, go walk the block, whatever it looks like for you. This is an opportune time for you to feel like, okay, I know the kids up. I'm going to get the kids up in 30 minutes, but right now it's just time for me. Even if you're sitting in silence, honey, okay? Have some time for you and pour into you before you have to get into the chaos of everything. I just think that mentally it'll set you in a place where it's like, okay, I know this is what is about to come, but let me just get to a space and a place where I'm ready for it. Tip number 4, and if you know me, you know this is my go-to. I feel like in every aspect of our life, give yourself grace, okay? So tips 1 through 3, you may fail at. We may all fail at it at some point, okay? And we may feel like we're actively failing, because I told you, fall is a beast. Fall is a lot, baby, okay? She's a power player. And you may feel like you are failing at what you set out to do. Give yourself grace. Allow yourself to restart. Allow yourself to reset. Nobody is scoring you, okay, right? So if you got the first 3 months wrong, baby, start again. Try a new goal. Make the goal smaller. Maybe you don't wake up 30 minutes earlier. Maybe you wake up 10 minutes earlier. Start in small increments. Maybe Sunday night is too much going on and you can't, get everything prepared for the whole week. Just do for Monday. But give yourself grace. You are juggling so much. You have so much mental load. You have life's circumstances. And then you have the kids and yourself, your spouse, your parents, your friends. There's a lot of noise in this world. So give yourself grace and allow yourself to always start again. Tip number 5, and this has everything to do with the pressures of the school, okay? The school life. Lower your bar. You don't have to be PTA Mama of the Year. You don't have to be the one to volunteer at everything. You don't have to be the mom that donates all the cute snacks and makes custom brownies for the class every time. Now, if you feel in your heart you want to do that, you feel in your heart you want to do a little DIY something for the Halloween treats and for Valentine's Day, then baby, feel free to do that. But don't put so much pressure on yourself that you have to be Mom of the Year, because you're not getting an award. Let me tell you now, you're not getting an award. Like the lady told me when I was giving birth to my first baby. Get the epidural, baby. You are not about to get a certificate for having this baby naturally. Mom, nobody's going to recognize and congratulate you on putting more pressure on yourself. Now, again, if this is something you have time to do, you love to do it, it brings you therapy and that's your self-care, then by all means, baking is your thing. Make the football cupcakes for football season. Do all that. But if you're adding more pressure and you're pouring from a cup that's already empty, stop that. Promise when you lower the bar, you'll raise your piece, right? So if we talk about 1 through 4, it's just lowering the bar so that it's more attainable for us, right? So morning breakfast, frozen Eggo waffles it is. Cereal in a bowl it is. It doesn't have to be sunny side up, scrambled with cheddar, green onion sprinkle on top, side of bacon, side of sausage. Sweetheart, if you can do it, by all means do it. But if you're just adding stress, unnecessary. Unnecessary, not worth it. You're picking outfits out the night before instead of arguing in the morning. A win is a win, baby. And I'm here to let you win. I want us all to win because, like I said, back to school is a lot. It's just a big sprint into a marathon because you sprint right into it, but then, it lasts 10 months. If your baby want to do 2, 3 sports for the fall, okay, we can settle on 1. Because I just don't have the capacity, honey. And you let them know, I don't have it. I don't have it. Mommy doesn't have it, okay? Anyway, friends, I hope these tips and tricks are a nice little starter pack for your school year. May you have a blessed and safe school year. I know many of you are starting school as early as next week. We are fortunate and blessed to not start until the end of August, so Mama still got a little time, but it will be here before you know it, and we'll all be in the thick of things. So I hope that you guys found value in the tips and tricks. Let me know what you guys are doing. Let me know what works for you because I'm always willing to learn and grow because we glowing and growing over here. So thank you for watching. Please remember to comment, subscribe, and like. Share with a friend. Share with your mom group. Let them know it's fun over here. Get over here, get in here, and continue growing the community. Love you, mean it.